Hey, Different World BG here, and welcome to Business Boost. Every Thursday here during the week, we talk to you, get you ready for the weekend, talk to you about finance, your career, business, how to boost it.
Thank you for tuning in. This is differentworld.tv. You are listening to the Business Boost podcast. It is Thursday. It is August. If you're listening to this, you survived a trying and challenging time in the business landscape. Not only did you survive, but your business survived. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope that the previous Business Boost episodes, you were able to use them as leverage to help get your business across during these tough times. Well, for those of you who are new to the program, no worry. I am the creative director of differentworld.com, Different World Creative Agency. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with me, I just want to digitally introduce myself and my expertise. I'm considered one of the country's foremost creative consultants. Frankly, what I think of myself as is a revenue maximizer, a money maximizer, a finder of hidden opportunities even. You know, I make money connections with my clients. I help companies and individuals in business all over the country and the world, businesses large and small in multiple industries. I help them identify and harvest their overlooked opportunities, their hidden assets, their underperforming activities, and their undervalued relationships. In the process, I'm very proud of the fact that I've helped companies and my clients find in excess of $2 to $3 million in increased earnings and wealth, and I've made life a lot more fun and enjoyable and enriching for a lot of people. So my hope today is to help walk you through the fundamentals of the success system that I created. I want to give you a short course primer in the art and science of maximizing your business performance so that during times like this, times like the quarantine economy, where the market is volatile, where consumer spending is even more volatile, but success is even more imperative. It's really life or death out here. So the strategy that you use to succeed in your business will really dictate how your 2020 is going to end and heading into 2021. So let's start taking this a little bit more seriously. You know, a lot of entrepreneurs out there I found, especially in the plant-based, sustainable, eco-friendly industry, because of the nature of the business, there's sort of a soft attitude of being serious about, hey, this is still business, despite the fact that we are dealing with a plant-based industry that is not corporate and that is not so hardened. You still have to face the reality that this is a business, so you do have to turn a profit to be a successful business. So if we start thinking, you know, today we want to talk about the strategy that Different World teaches to all of its clients, probably one of the most important and rarely utilized elements of my body of work. And you all need to take this very seriously. Let me give you the premise first. It's very simple, very powerful. The majority of business owners out there, large or small, tend to depend on just one source or avenue of generating their business. It can be salespeople, it could be online, it could be Facebook, it can be trade show booth exhibits, it can be telemarketing, it can be seminars. They do one source that's 100% or almost 100% of their business, when in fact there are probably 20 different sources you could combine along with your main one that would first fortify and secure certainty in the continuance of your business. Because if that one source you're depending on, if anything happens to it, salespeople can leave, the cost of traveling can get more expensive, anything can go wrong, you're screwed, you're in trouble. Whereas if you add 2 or 3 or 5 other sources along with your main one, sources that other industries use for 100% of their business. For example, if you use salespeople, but you don't use seminars, if you use salespeople, but you don't do trade shows, or if you use salespeople, but you don't do online, or if you use salespeople, but you don't do industry ads, or if you don't do podcasts or whatever, you have to start adding what I call flows, which are categories of additional revenue sources. You achieve multiple different advantages. Advantage 1 is you hedge your success. Hedging means you fortify, compensate, and ensure that if anything goes wrong with your main source, your main flow, you still continue having a business. Number 2, you reach your market from many different vantage or impact points you are not reaching right now. That tends to move people who wouldn't necessarily respond positively to your main approach, but you're hitting them from so many additional approaches that you basically open up their receptivity and you get a lot more people buying. Third, you use the power of geometry to drive your success. If 100% or 80% comes from one source and you add 5 other sources, each one only adds 6, 8, 10% more. It actually is a greater multiplier than even the 3 ways, because you have not just 3 times 10%. In that example, 10%, 10%, 10% is 33%. If you add 5, 6, 7, we try and get every client to have at least 8 flows, 8 revenue flows, and each flow is only 8% more. 8 times 8 is something like 600, 700% growth in your sales and profit. It's explosive, really. There's no other way to define it other than explosive. We call this the multiple strong flows model, multiple flows of revenue. You can use PR. You can use referral generation, because most companies get referrals episodically, organically, but they don't have formalized, standardized, proactive, strategic referral generating systems or programs in place. And referral generating clients cost nothing. They buy faster, they buy more, you negotiate less, they buy more things, they buy more often, they refer people. It costs nothing. You can have podcast blogs, you can have online advertising, you can have discussion groups on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram Reels, partnerships, power partnerships, relational capital. You can have trade shows. You can do seminars, paid or no cost. You can do sales forces if you don't have one. You can do joint ventures with sales forces that are out there. You can do packaging where your product or service is adding to someone else's, or vice versa. You can get someone else who can add to yours. The point is, you should never leave the dependency of your business success and sustenance to one source. It is incremental. It is dangerous. It has no geometric growth potential to it. If you understand the power of the multiple strong flow model, you can grow your business and brand, and definitely profits, explosively, safely, and you can reach your market from so many different impact points that you optimize. You don't minimize the success of these flows or these target audiences or market you go after. So what I would like you to do now is review the business very comprehensively and look at as many other industries and businesses outside your field and see how they sell, see how they market. Recognize that if they get 100% of their business from doing something totally different than what you do, if you added that kind of additional sourcing or flow to what you're doing now, even if it only produces 10%, it's still going to help you in multiplying your profit and your sales exponentially. That's my advice as your creative consultant. That's my encouragement. That's my recommendation. You should all of you listening, you should all have a multiple strong flow model working for you, because it will guarantee for you continuous geometric growth in your business, no matter how difficult the environment. So I hope that you all take this message in, and please consider what I've said. Share this with a friend, a neighbor, a fellow business associate, a business partner, someone who can benefit from hearing this information in preparation for the fall holiday season, which is quickly approaching. If you need me, you can always reach me to schedule an appointment at differentworld.com. Thank you for listening. Be well.